All right.
Hello. Am I good?
You're all good. Am I good? We're all good. Ready, set. What is up, gang? Welcome back. Oh, shit. Oh, I just pressed play.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. What is up, you guys?
What's up, family?
Lil'Podcast episode 8.
But really, it's like episode 1, because we are reborn in this episode.
Toads.
We are birthed back to lives through our Earth Mother into this new setup we have.
Extra crisp.
We have our, oh, this is so crisp. It's ASMR crisp. We should do a little podcast, little bit of voice sex. Just, welcome back, listeners. Back to Watch Out the Brain. It's your watch right now, and it's about to be sex.
It's your boy, Cinnamon Velvet.
Cinnamon Velvet's a good stripper name, I'm not gonna lie. I'd tip that in 2 ways. In both ways. Anyway, guys, it is episode 8, and we have big news. We got a whole new setup, and we actually are gonna kind of rebirth the show, because in true Lil'Podcast fashion, we are going to bring you literally Lil'Podcasts.
Lil'Podcast.
So we're just going to try it out for now. We're going to just see how it works. If you guys like it, then we'll keep going.
30
but
minutes.
We're going to do 2 30-minute episodes a week instead of 1 hour episode, because who the fuck wants to listen to anything for an hour?
Some people.
That's true. Like, a lot of people, actually. But a lot of people also want 30-minute episodes so you can listen to it on your way to work. Like, who's driving to work for an hour? A lot of people, again. But then a lot of people are also driving to work for 30 minutes.
We actually were conscious about our last episode being 30 minutes long, and that's actually our most listened to episode. So we're actually gonna jump onto that and see how that evolves.
Yeah, I also kind of like the idea. You can kind of like focus. You can really zoom in on one subject over 30 minutes. If you do an hour-long podcast, well, at least our hour-long podcasts, they weren't scripted, really. We had, like, brief outlines. Some people do script their podcasts. I was, in fact, on a podcast last Sunday, shout out Strange People, Weird Worlds, and they do kind of like a fully outlined, scripted podcast, and so it's like an hour, and it's really specific, and it's pretty cool, but I think our show's kind of like, I don't know, it's creative just because it is ad-lib, and we kind of just go off, like, each other's energy, and it's kind of cool, but I think 30 minutes of each other's energy it's hard to get that energy for an hour, especially after work, because this is not our full-time job. This is our passion. We do it for you guys. Anyway, we've already wasted 3 minutes, so let's just fucking jump into the episode.
Reel it on in.
Now, with these 30-minute episodes, every episode is going to start off with just, 2 or 3 minutes, just a clout check. And each of us, Scooby Senpai, and myself, we're just going to pick one item that we would like to bring to you and just put you on. So this week, in fact, I bought this item, and I invested in the new fall-winter Nike All Conditions gear, Nike ACG dropped, and so I got 3 pieces from them, but the one I'm most hyped about is this little vest, because I don't have enough vests, and vests are litty. So I bought a vest. It just says Nike ACG in the biggest fucking vibrant orange font, and it's going to be a banger that I can just put over hoodies, put over long sleeves, put over shorts. Like, vests are they're blowing up for me. What'd you find?
Well, this Thursday, Supreme is dropping some new Nike shoes, and they look exactly like some indoor soccer shoes, and like, I don't know, I really want those red ones. Those red ones are sweet.
They're pretty fire.
And they're $110, and that's not too bad.
The thing I've noticed with Supreme is, so anyway, guys, that's the cloud check section. It's going to be super quick, super fast. We're just going to put you on 2 items. The thing I've noticed with Supreme is when they do like collabs with big names like Nike or whatever, the prices don't change at all. Like when they do collabs with like small like luxury brands, like they do collabs with Louis Vuitton, or they do collabs with Fear of God or whatever, the prices like double or triple over the normal prices. But when they do collabs with like Champion, or they do collabs with Nike, they're like Champion and Nike prices, which I think is dope.
I'm cool with that.
Like when I got those Supreme Air More Up Tempos that were like going for like 1,100 resale, I got those for $190, like, which is normal Air More Up Tempo prices, which is pretty sick. So shout out to Nike for keeping Supreme humble.
Thank you.
But we're gonna see how this.
Appreciate it.
So the rest of the week 2 list came out today. Did you see that? Like with the step ladder, and okay, so there's gonna be.
I only seen the shoes.
Yeah. So the rest of the list dropped a couple hours ago, and there's a step ladder and then ass. Week 1 was pretty sick. I'm not like there were a couple good pieces. Week 2 is looking a little weak. Besides those shoes, the shoes are gonna be a hit and miss with people though. If you like soccer style shoes, you're gonna like it. If you like Supreme high clout fashion shoes, you're not gonna like them. So, but the rest of the stuff they have this week is weak.
If you're a man, you're gonna like the way you look.
I guarantee it. Anyway, moving on. This week is actually a catch-up week for us because we were going to bring you an episode about, and we're pretty late now, but we're kind of just reintroducing the topic, the Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson docu-series, YouTube docu-series. We both watched, I watched it, and then I put Senpai over here on it, and he watched it, and it was lit.
Yeah, it was interesting. I learned a little bit more about Jeffree Star from back in the day, back in like middle school days. But yeah, that's cool.
It was back in the middle school days. He was fucking like crazy though, and I think that's why like a lot of people knew him, and then he kind of disappeared. Well, like at least for people who just heard of him because of how loud he was, like he said like mad controversial shit on MySpace. And then I did not even know he had like a lot of shit going for him until I saw this docuseries, and I was like, whoa. And he seems like a pretty cool guy, or I honestly like didn't listen closely enough. I don't know what. I mean, he's gay obviously, but you know, that's a whole maze. I don't want to misgender Jeffree Star, but I think he's still a guy. He would understand. Yeah, he in the documentary he said he doesn't really give a fuck, so hopefully that is on
good.
there.
Do you?
But one interesting part of that docu-series, I thought, was when Jeffree Star took Shane to his like mad like makeup factory or whatever, and like he just started brainstorming like off the dome like what Shane Dawson should like make for his makeup brand, like if he came out with one like tomorrow or whatever. Jeffree Star says it takes 6 months to turn something from idea to product though. But if he just came out with one tomorrow, what would you make? And I was just wondering, little senpai, if you had to come out with a makeup line, like someone was like, yo, here is $100,000 for your startup business, but gotta be a makeup brand. What would you be putting out first?
Huh. That is a good question. I would put out a makeup that doesn't clog pores.
I don't think that like a lot of makeup doesn't clog pores though. Or does it?
Dude, I don't know.
Dude, that's true.
I don't know.
I don't know. But I think that'd be like a big thing. Alright, well you have time to think. Here's what I'd be doing. I'd be doing that Lucas Star Wars collab. I mean, this might have been done already before, but ladies, listen. I would make a lipstick that you like pressed and it was like spring action and you'd be like, and like it would have like a sound effect and it would be like, and then like the makeup would come out, like the lipstick would come out and it like a lightsaber.
So I changed my mind.
That'd be fucking lit, dude. That'd be sick.
I changed my mind. I want a crazy, like, pearlescent nail polish that can, like, glow in the dark.
Like a crazy, like...
Like, it's, it'll be, like, 2 different colors, so, like, we'll just say, white and blue, and, like, the blue will be a different type of glow in the dark, and the white's just traditional glow in the dark. Or if you have, like, a red and, like, a green for Christmas, it'll be, like, a red and green type of glow in the dark.
That'd be pretty fire. That'd also be good for, like, raves and, like, parties.
Exactly.
You just be like...
Just made a shit ton of money right there.
Okay. Oh, wait, no. I have, like, a mad good idea. I'm gonna sell this to every police department around.
Copyrighted.
No, I'm gonna sell this to every... Okay, so, like, it's, like, kind of your idea. Like, it's, like, a special, like, under... Like, it's not glow in the dark, but under, like, the right light, like, maybe a black light, it, like, lights up, right? Like, it's, like, a... So, like, women wear this, and I think... No, this will be integrated into every makeup in the entire... Like, every fingernail polish in the world. So if they get assaulted or some shit, and they, like, slap the dude, or, like, scratch the dude, then, like, they'll be like, yo, this is the dude that assaulted me, and the police would be like, yeah, but we can't prove that. And then they'd be like, yo, but check it out, and, like, she hit him, maybe, and, like, it would be just, like, on him, like, a special, like, signature makeup that would be, like, visible only under certain lights. CSI, boom, crime solved.
And since it's, like, integrated into every single makeup line, it would be good.
Exactly. So like lipsticks,
Yeah.
if he tried to force himself on her and, like, tried to, like, kiss her or whatever, he'd get it on him. And then, like, and it wouldn't wash off, bro. It would be like the dye that gets on your skin if you pull the fire alarm. Like, it would not wash off. So, like, homie couldn't, like, run home and, like wash his mouth or wash his hands. Like, it stays on for, like, a week or 2 weeks. This is low-key a mad good idea, bro, and we need to patent this right now.
Copyright.
Yeah, we're gonna work on the copyright, but until then, it's intellectual property. And if we see any CSI Crime Kit makeups coming out, you're gonna get sued. You're gonna get blasted. So,
Bring on that paycheck.
the lawsuit.
Maybe that's what I said.
Okay, so we were actually watching this video. Shout out LiL'Podcasts. We're not trying to bite your shit, but we just thought it was pretty funny. So this dude, he went on Shark Tank, and, like, we like to come up with our own ideas, which is why we thought this was kind of funny. Like, I mean, example A, we just came up with some fucking banger makeups that are gonna make us millionaires. So,
I have a deal for you, Perry on Swaggy P.
oh, okay. What deal do you have for me, bro?
This involves you and 3 of your friends.
Okay. No, I'm with you.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm there so far.
So, by me, I am empowered by my mentor. He
Okay.
brought me and several of my colleagues on.
Right.
Whereas I am going to be your mentor.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you, your friends, and your friends' friends a chance to be a part of something great.
Okay.
Okay?
Wait, is that all?
That is all.
Oh. How much are you asking?
That is up to you to make. Because this avenue is a build your own.
Oh, okay. So is there, like, a percentage of your company I get, or am I just giving you money?
You get a small percentage.
Is it, like, a real, like, tangible percentage, or is it just, like, kind
It's
of...
about a 0.2.
Oh, okay, a 0.2 for how much? However much I want to give, right?
Right. It'll increase the more of your friends you bring on. And
Okay,
the
wait.
time you put on.
This is starting to sound like a pyramid scheme.
No, this is not.
Okay, but let me... Anyway, this was, like, dead ass a dude who came on the British Shark Tank, or Canadian Shark Tank, which has, like, 3 out of 5 of the same sharks as the American Shark Tank. which I thought was really weird. But like this dude came on and pitched these sharks, these billionaires and multimillionaires, his like pyramid scheme idea. Like he bought into it, and I don't know, he just like realized that he fucked up, so he's like, shit, I need to recoup my money. Buddy was out like 150 grand. He asked 5 of the sharks to split the 155 ways, and they would all just come on his like team, and the sharks, like, they were being so nice to him, which I did not expect. Even, well, Mr. Wonderful was Mr. Wonderful, but even he was like kind of like dialed back. But then this one woman, she just like, she was like, okay, wait, so you have your mentor, and then he brought on you and a couple of your friends, and now you are bringing on the 5 of us. And then he was like, and then she like drew the pyramid out for him, and I think like that. Have you seen that episode of The Office where?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, where Michael's like, he's like, I want you to be a part of my team, and then you guys go get your team, and then Jim like comes up, Jim comes up and like draws the pyramid and like just the triangle around it, and Michael's like, I need to make a call. That is exactly what this dude, I felt kind of bad for him. He was just like, I just pitched a pyramid scheme to 5 of the most successful people that have ever been in front of me. And, man, like, I can't even imagine how embarrassing that would be. I would just like...
Television.
I would... Which is another thing they talked about. It's not like whoever comes up like to the set gets on the show, right? They come to the set. It's like any like talent show, like American Idol, X Factor, whatever. Like you don't make it unless the producers like screen you, and then you probably go through a second screening, and then only the best like or worst people come on. And like Shark Tank is just not one of those shows that I thought they would let the worst people come on. Cause like American Idol or like X Factor, I get it, like the terrible people are just as entertaining as the like amazing people, but like the whole purpose of Shark Tank is like some sharks are gonna think it's bad, some sharks are gonna think it's good, but like when every shark thinks it's bad, it kind of defeats the purpose. So the producers looked at this guy, and he gave this pitch to maybe 3-4 other people before he got in front of the sharks. He pitched it to them, and they just had to sit there with dead ass like straight faces and just be like, yeah, head on in, bro. This will go over perfectly. No, bro. You have a solid business here. How much are you making? Well, like nothing yet, but like once I get the sharks, like my team will be 6 people. And how much will you make then? I'm not sure, but like a lot. Yeah, head on in, dude. They're waiting. So I just think it's like cruel and unusual punishment that some people who knew this was like a bad idea just sent him through to get roasted by. And I honestly wish like the Sharks had just shut him down like as soon as he got there, because they let him do this whole like 6-7 minute pitch, like, and he just, first of all, his pitch was terrible. He hadn't like worked on it at all, and like his visual aids he had was just like a picture of the credit card you get. So it's like it's like a credit card that gives you cash back, and it was like not even a believable pyramid scheme. Like not like you get incentives, like you sell so many products, you get this much money back, and that you get that every month, like residual income. It was like the worst pyramid scheme I've ever heard. It was like, this credit card, if you use it at 500 retailers worldwide, you get 20% cash back. Which is basically, all he's saying is you get 20% off of everything. Like you get 20% off of everything worldwide at these retailers. Which is not even like a smart, it's not even a smart pyramid scheme. That's way too high. That number's way too high, bro. If this credit card was giving you 20% cash back on everything, you wouldn't be pitching it to the Sharks. They'd already have it. Everyone would have it. So I just thought it was kind of funny. Everything about that video was messed up. And I hope he somehow finds a way to move on with his life.
So, we're going to talk about this past Saturday.
He's just gonna switch it up. He was speechless, like, just fucking dumbfounded. This guy was really stupid. Alright, let's switch it up.
This past Saturday at our place of employment, we had gotten the chance because someone threw on their computer it was pretty funny. I felt like it was something revolutionary, to be honest, because I'm sure our parents' parents got to experience different, like, boxing matches and, like, oh shit, they got the fight on.
Right, like the OG.
Hey, the Super Bowl's on.
Oh, Muhammad Ali. Yeah. George Foreman.
At our workplace got to experience the the Logan Paul brothers.
Coming in from the blue corner,
and
weighing up.
Deji and KSI.
Just pound the shit out of each other. I was actually really disappointed, though, because they wore helmets.
Yes.
Which is like, I mean, I'm not disappointed in the... Well, I mean, I guess I can't say one without saying the other, but I'm trying to say, like, I'm not disappointed in it because it is, like, a safety factor and they wanted to be safe. But at the same time, like, it's boxing, dude. It's boxing.
They got gloves
like,
on.
no professional fighters. Like, all we did was basically pay to watch, like, a... Well, we didn't pay. Like, I don't know why anyone would pay for it. But all we did was, like, watch, like, a sparring match. Like, a pay-per-view sparring match. Like, that's all we watched.
Lots of hugs.
So many hypes. Lots of hugs. They looked like true brothers in that ring. Bringing together. Racial inequality was solved.
I was just amazed about how packed that stadium was.
Dude, it was sold out, bro.
Like...
It was dead-ass sold out.
How? Just like, what?
Bro, it's just like KSI.
What?
Well, because they did it... They did it in England at Manchester Arena or some shit.
Okay.
And so KSI has like 19 million subs. And like... So, I mean, it can't fit... Like, it probably sold out so fast, bro. Like, so... I like, what I want to know is how much were the ground seats? How much were the floor seats to watch two YouTubers spar?
What?
I'm thinking like $5,000.
Who famous? What all famous people were there?
We should look that up. Here, get on that. We should look like were any dope ass people, like important people at the KSI fight. But like my whole thing was KSI was like KSI versus Jake Paul, and I mean Logan Paul and Jake Paul versus Deji were just kind of like, I mean the KSI versus Logan Paul was kind of fair, but like Jake Paul and Deji looked like different like classes of fighter. They looked like not the same weight, even though they had weigh-ins, so they must have been like kind of the same thing, but like Jake Paul looked massive compared to Deji, like big. Oh, also, it ended in a draw, which is the most pussy shit I've ever seen in my entire life. It ended in a majority draw.
It's pretty lame.
And it seems like, I'm not one to like buy into conspiracies, but if there was ever a conspiracy to buy into...
They're setting up for round 2.
Immediately. I checked like trending today, and KSI has a trending video, Jake Paul has a trending video of like my reaction to the blah blah blah, and then like at the end it's always like, who you got for round 2? So like this is instant. Bro, like I'm thinking like it had to be set up, bro. But you know,
set it up.
So we didn't watch like all the fight. We only got like really the very end, like the last round or two of the KSI versus Logan fight, and Logan was gassed and he was getting his shit pounded. If this did go into 7 rounds, which it should have, like I don't know why they're only doing 6. But if it did go into 7 rounds, it would have been over for Logan Paul. He would have gotten dropped. And then Deji didn't get dropped, but he just had his hands down and he was getting the piss beaten out of him by Jake Paul. And his corner actually threw in the towel for him. So really just 2 underwhelming decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one literally goes to decision, and you get a tie, which I don't know how often that happens in, like, professional boxing, but, like, the fact that it happened in the first fight of, like, Logan Paul and KSI's career, that it went to, like, draw, I don't know. Like, if I'd paid for it, like, again, guys, we didn't pay for it, so I can't be really...
Someone just at our work had it on.
Yeah.
And, like I said,
just
it was
peeked over the shoulder.
was just cool that we, like, got to experience, like, you know, like...
The next generation of boxing.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather retired, so no one...
Not really next generation, it was just, like, really cool to be like, oh shit, we're all watching something crazy, because, like, let's be honest, this was a crazy fight for, like, two big YouTubers.
Right? Yeah, right, because, like, the only one before this was KSI versus Joe Weller. I've never heard of Joe Weller in my life. Have you?
You know...
I mean, he's thinking hard about it, so no matter what his answer is, it's not, like, convincing.
He used to be the janitor at our work.
Joe? Oh, yeah, old Joe Weller.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
He's actually, like, 24. Really took his life for a turn there. Gotta give him props to him.
Never know.
Shout out Joe Weller.
Not very many people knew that we do this.
But yeah, so I think it is the next evolution of boxing, though. Like, how many boxing fights have you heard about in the last 3 years?
No, I'm not saying next evolution of boxing. I'm just saying the next evolution of, like, viewing a certain event.
Oh.
Like people watch...
Just live streaming?
Right.
Like pay-per-view live streaming?
Right.
So you don't have to go home. You don't
off of their computers.
Right. You don't have to order it from HBO.
Yep.
You don't have to order it from Showtime. It was pay-per-view YouTube. So you just, like, go to youtube.com, pay for it, and, like, watch it. So that is, like, kind of crazy. You could watch it on a laptop, on a phone, like, and I'm sure you could do that with HBO and Showtime, but it's not as accessible.
Yeah.
It's not as, like, so that is pretty cool.
It's cool.
But, like, back to my point about the next evolution of boxing, like, 3 years prior to this, if I go back as far as I can think, the only two fights I even heard about was Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather, and Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. Like, I could not name another fight, and there's hundreds a year. So, like, the fact that, like, everyone I knew at work, and, like, all my friends, my parents didn't, but, I mean, that just goes to prove my point. Like, everyone knew about this fight, and it's two dudes that are just, like, YouTube famous. They're not famous. Maybe Logan Paul used to be before he fucked his career up, but, like, KSI's not, certainly. So I think it's just, like, this is the next step in boxing, is just gonna be, like, kind of famous teenagers just pounding the fuck out of each other on YouTube. Which, you know...
Take it back to YouTube roots.
I know. It would be super sick if, like, I don't know, like, you know how, like, videos, like, some creators, like, make their videos based on, like, comment polls? They're like, comment down below, like, what you'd like me to react to next or some shit like that. Like, it would be tight if, like, at the bottom of the video, they're like, comment down below which two YouTubers you'd like to fucking see fight next. And then, like, whoever gets the most upvotes, they just have to do it contractually. Like, if you reach more than 1 million subs, you have to, like, sign this waiver that's just like, yeah, I'll get the piss beaten out of me. Well, you don't have to, but, like, to get, like, extra monetization or some shit.
You can get your ass kicked.
Right.
For money.
Right, yeah, exactly. So, like, they'll offer you, like, once you hit that 1 million subs, it's like getting monetized at 1,000 subs. Like, once you hit 1 million subs, they're like, channel under review, and, like, YouTubers, like, YouTube corporate comes to your house and they're like, hey, sign this document and we'll pay you $1,000 a month, even if you don't do shit. But if your name gets dropped in the comments, you gotta fight, and we'll pay you even more. And like you'd make a good call at that point. I'd be like, fuck yeah, dude.
Sign me up.
Yeah, sign me up. If I got 1 million subs and someone was like, yo, you down to fucking pound? I'd be like, bro, you had me at... you didn't have to say anything. You didn't have to say anything.
No.
Do I want to be live streamed?
Swaggy P, tell me, where did he have you at?
He, I don't even remember what I said. He had me at pound.
Yeah.
Down to pound. Are you down to pound? Honestly, that could be construed a couple different ways, but it works well in our.
It's funny.
It's
funny. It works.
Oh, anyway, guys, that is 30 minutes on the dot. So yeah, these kind of just like shorter episodes where we brainstorm just a couple ideas. If you liked how this came out, give it a thumbs up, give it a listen, give it a share, give it whatever you want.
Give us some comments down below, because we do read them.
Or send us emails. We have lil'podbusiness@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Send us some thoughts.
Yeah.
Send us some nudes if you're of age, and we'll read them. We'll get back to you. Otherwise, follow us at Lil'Podcasts on Twitter, on Instagram, and I think we'll be putting these videos up on YouTube at Swaggy P, which is also my YouTube channel, and then also follow Real Conscious Movement.
And then you'll want to follow Vox Out.
Oh yeah, shout out to Vox Out. They plugged us in one of our videos, which you'll have already seen before this.
It'll be up.
Shout out Vox Out. Shout out Lil'Podcast. Shout out Scooby Senpai. Shout out Swaggy P.
Hey.
And keep it trill. We'll see you guys Friday.
Latest. Like a little clip, just like from there or something. Or from the beginning. Just go right here. Gang. I don't fuck with you if you don't gang bang. We done with this? Yeah.